Hiya, today I'm going to share with you this lovely candle exploding box. It's not my original idea. I did see a lady years ago on YouTube with it. I've tried to look for her, but she's sadly not on anymore, so I can't give her credit, which is a shame. But this is my version. The one that I did make all those years ago is still with me, and that's this one, and I used stamped images, and that's how it turned out. So it's up to you how you decorate. I'm just letting you know about the original idea. This is one I've used with just decorative paper and not any die cuts or anything, and I didn't finish it off. I just did that as a quick idea for you. So today I'm going to make another version of this one. And what you'll need for your box itself is a piece of card measuring 11.5 by 7 3/4, and on the 11.5 side score it a half, 3 1/4, 6 and 8 3/4. Rotate it and score at 4 and 5. Now these are the other pieces that you're going to need. So the candle base, that measures 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and you're going to score that at 1 inch all the way round. Just notch out those sides, and the die I've used to cut my aperture measures 2 3/8. So for the lid, you're going to need a piece of 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, scoring at 1 inch all the way round. And then for the inside base, you need a piece of 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, scoring at 5/8. And then just notching those sides out again. For the mat layers, this is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And you're going to need 8 of these if you're going to put them on the inside. If you're only decorating the outside, obviously you're just going to need 4. And then for the mats, for the lid and the base, it's 2 1/2 by 3/4, and you're going to need 8 of those as well. So we're going to just do some cutting. So we're starting with that 1/2 inch skinny line we've just done. So cut down to the first score line and just give a little wedge. Wedging the opposite side and then cutting up to meet it. Then cut all up your score lines to that first score line. And on the opposite side, just to that first score line you get to. Then with my corner rounder, I'm going to round all these top corners off. And just fold and burnish those score lines. Now at this stage, before you stick anything else onto it, I'm doing my matte layers. It's easier to put these on while it's flat, and you can see that I've done the corner rounder on all these matte layers as well, just to keep it in a consistent looking. Although I'm calling this a candle holder, you can put fragrance in it, you can put anything you like in it, some toiletries, change the sizing, downsize. If you've got a larger card, you can upsize it. And also with these LED candles, these are really nice, and if you can get one to fit into there, which I am going to look for mine, you've not got to worry, because obviously this is paper and card, and we do know it will burn if you get your flame onto it, so you know, do be careful. Now just put in a little glue as well as my tape on that tab. Now what I haven't done at this stage is just cut a wedge from two of the sides that you're folding under. So you can do this before, but as you'll see, I will be cutting a wedge because I want that tab to be on the back and not on the front. So your front and your back base, don't cut any wedges. Both of your sides, cut the wedges. It's just to make it tuck under easier, that's all. It's not a problem if you do it like me, because it is easy to do. So as you can see, I'm just taking a wedge off each side of that piece. Just seeing how it's going to look on the base, how it folds down. and cutting that other piece off. And when I'm happy how it looks, I'm going to do the gluing. And that's a nice neat base. So with that box base, once you've just cut those wedges out, which you will have done, if you prepped like me, you will have already have done that. So you're just going to fold and burnish those score lines. There's no glue into this because it's just going to sit in the bottom, and it is going to have a little gap when you pop it in. It's not going to fit snugly because that other piece with the aperture in is going to sit on top, and it's going to need to go down that side where we've just got that little wiggle room. So this is the other piece. Just showing that you need to have wedged it off, and that's the same. Just fold and burnish those score lines. And that is going to tuck in and fit nice and snugly to create that little aperture for the candle or whatever you want to place inside. Obviously, if you've picked an item that's smaller, make sure that your die or your punch, whatever you've done to cut that aperture out, fits the item. You don't want to have it too big or too small, obviously. Now for the lid, it's just a normal lid like you would do on a box. Just because it's on the top, you haven't got to worry about the sizing. I've told you the size you need. So just cut up and do your little wedge. So just pop in my tape runner and then with my glue, just bringing those sides together, making sure they're flush. Giving them a burnish. It is going to be slightly loose, this lid. It's not meant to give a tight fit because all it is to keep those exploding pieces upright. Now I've made these embellishments all ready to go. You could be doing stamped embellishments, anything you like. These are just some, well, it's out of a set, and I mix stuff up all the time. It's out of a set that I got, I think, off eBay. I think it's unbranded, I'm not really sure. If somebody else has got it and you do know what it is, I'd love to hear from you. But I've just made these as my embellishment for this one. Now, I know the eagle-eyed people of you will notice that on that one that you can see what I just put on, I am a little bit of the green missing at the top of the bauble. I've run out of this green card, so this is for me. I'm going with it. I've not made a mistake. So I'm just going to put some of these little gemstones in the centre of that snowflake element. And that's my inner part done. I'm just popping that lid on top, although I don't keep it on top all the time. I just want to see where the bottom of the lid and my ornament needs to be in relation to the bottom of the green card. So then just gluing those on. Obviously, when you're doing it, you can take your time. So I've cut some leaves out as well. Those leaves, I do believe I cut quite a few. 16 of these leaves. But I'm going to put those matte layers down first. Get them to be a nice spacing with that matte layer at the top. and then the same with the lid side. So now it's these leaves. I'm going to put one at each side. I have been requested to do some Christmas decoration tutorials, so I thought I'd pop this one on. You've got plenty of time and you can do it at your leisure. So I've cut some flowers out as well, just with a tiny flower die. And I'm just going to pop it on the mat with my ball tool, just to give it a bit of dimension, and pop that in between those leaves. And just pop a gem inside that as well. So now we're going to do the bottom of the holder as well with the leaves. And the decorations to finish it off. As I did say earlier, I did run out of this green card. So with this lid, you can see I've left it plain white, and as yet it is still plain white. I don't know whether to put a different card to do it, but to be honest, I think I'm going to leave it plain white. My kitchen is white and green, and I think that would look nice not to have a different element on that lid. I found the hardest part is just making my mind up what embellishments I was going to put on, and then just getting them all cut out. Obviously, if you've got some punches, it's a lot quicker than doing die cuts. So just have a look what you've got in your stash for your decoration. And once you've got all those sorted, the box does come together really quickly. So that's going to be a completed project. And that's how it opens and displays. That would be lovely as a centerpiece on your Christmas table, your dining table, kitchen table on your side. It really looks pretty. And you could also put some tinsel or what other decorations you've got around it. It really does look very pretty for Christmas. Oops, there's a little fly there. So, like I say, I didn't put anything on that top, and I think I am going to leave it plain. But knowing me, I might change my mind. That's the other one I've made, look, which I did put that topper on. So I'm really happy with both of those. I hope you've liked my tutorial. Like and subscribe. Have a go. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. And if you'd like to see more, ring that bell for the notification. And thank you so much for watching. It's much appreciated. Bye. And I'll see you again soon.